When did you realize your family wasn't normal? The day I found out my mom had been secretly drugging my food for 12 years to keep me short. I was always the smallest kid in class, barely hitting 5 feet by senior year. Mom said it was genetics. Dad's side was short too. She'd make these special smoothies every morning, claiming they were vitamin boosts for my health. They tasted weird, kind of chalky, but she insisted they were expensive imported supplements from some European company. Looking back, there were so many red flags I completely missed. She'd get genuinely angry if I skipped breakfast or wanted cereal instead of her smoothies. She'd literally follow me around the kitchen making sure I finished every drop. If I was sick and couldn't keep food down, she'd panic and force feed me these gross protein shakes that made me want to throw up even more. My friends always thought it was weird how obsessive she was about my diet. She'd pack these elaborate lunches with specific portions and get upset if I traded snacks with other kids. She even volunteered at school events just to monitor what I ate during parties and field trips. When I turned 18, I decided to see a doctor about hormone therapy. I was tired of being mistaken for a middle schooler and figured maybe there was something medical that could help. The blood test came back weird. My growth hormones were completely suppressed, like abnormally low for someone my age. The doctor asked if I'd been taking any medications or supplements and seemed genuinely concerned. That's when I remembered Mom's smoothies. I started refusing them, making excuses about being lactose intolerant or wanting to try intermittent fasting. She freaked out, calling me ungrateful and saying I was going to get sick without her special vitamins. Within weeks, I felt different, more energetic, hungrier, and weirdly, my voice started cracking again like I was hitting puberty a second time. I confronted Mom and she broke down crying immediately. She didn't even try to deny it. Turns out she'd been crushing up hormone blockers and mixing them into my food since I was 6 years old. She was terrified I'd grow taller than her and leave her behind, like my older brother did when he hit 6 feet and moved across the country for college. She genuinely believed keeping me small would keep me dependent on her forever. She had bottles of prescription blockers hidden in her bedroom, obtained through some sketchy online pharmacy that didn't require prescriptions. She'd been spending hundreds of dollars monthly on these illegal drugs, telling Dad it was for special vitamins. The worst part? She'd been documenting my height in a detailed journal, celebrating every month I stayed under 5 feet. She called it keeping her baby safe and had written things like, "Another successful month of protection," and "My little angel stays little." She even had photos of me standing next to rulers, like I was some kind of experiment she was conducting. She also kept a worn-out baby blanket of mine in her purse at all times, said it was to keep me close whenever I wasn't home. I didn't think much of it growing up, but now I realized she'd smell it when she was anxious, like some kind of emotional leash to remind herself I still belonged to her. When I showed the journal to my dad, he was horrified. He had no idea what was happening and immediately demanded she get therapy. Turns out she'd been lying to him about my genetic condition for over a decade, claiming doctors said I had a rare disorder that would keep me small naturally. She'd even forged medical documents to convince him, creating fake doctor's notes about my supposed condition. The level of deception was insane. She'd been living this elaborate lie for years, manipulating everyone around her to maintain her control over my growth. I'm 20 now, finally growing. I've gained almost 4 inches in 2 years, and my doctor says I might reach normal height eventually. I haven't spoken to her since moving out. She still sends me care packages with vitamin smoothies that I throw straight in the trash, along with desperate letters begging me to come home. Turns out some parents will literally stunt your growth to keep you close. The scariest part is wondering what else she was willing to do to control my life, and how many other kids might be going through something similar without realizing it.